Hey everybody, this is Thunder Hands. My friends call me Thunder. I just thought I'd do a video real quick because I wanted to welcome the new people in the Campfire Council and just do a video on something in general which I've been thinking about. Today I was thinking about, I got a little upset first of all because I heard that they shipped some poison water to the Navajo people in fracking drums or fracking tanks that they had used in fracking operations that still had chemicals and stuff in them, and just a bad thing all the way around. The Animas River got polluted, and that flows right into the Navajo reservation, so their water supply was cut off. So they shipped them water, and it turned out to be toxic. So they're still doing it. They're still doing it. And you know what? Like I said in a post today, they're doing it to everybody. It's not just the Navajos or the Indians anymore. It's everybody. Everybody's being poisoned in the air with the food. They're being poisoned mentally with the media and the lies and the propaganda and the Ultra K mind control and everything else that I've ever talked about. And so I thought I would just what is everybody stupid? Doesn't anybody have any courage anymore? The great crazy horse had courage. He fought when it was time to fight, and although outnumbered, outgunned, whatever, you still don't let people step on you. So I thought I'd name this video, Don't Just Do Something, Stand There. Kind of a play on don't just stand there, do something. Because people are just standing around like somebody's going to come down and save their ass, okay? Or that somehow they're gonna wiggle out of whatever comes down on them, and they don't know it, but they're being killed slowly. You people are being killed slowly by your own ancestors, okay? The ones that founded this country, the European man is now turning on his own, okay? It's like a mother eating her young. It's a sad state of affairs, and people just stand around like goofy, playing with their iPods, diddling their iPods, doing whatever they do with them. All this stuff going on, and people are just standing around. They're just standing there. It would be like standing in the middle of a railroad track and a freight train's coming, and you're just standing there. Yeah, ain't that pretty? Coming right at you till you're squashed like a bug. Okay. I don't know how people can do this. Now the stock market. Remember, I've been talking about the financial thing. Excuse me. I've been talking about the financial thing. Okay, and I've been talking about China, and I've been talking about Greece once in a while, and the stock market plunged 500 points today. That's a big one, people, and it's been the worst week in I don't know how long. 1,000 points. Guess they're having trouble propping things up. So here we are on a Friday, and the last I heard it was down 500 points. That's huge. It's huge. And with the China devaluating their yuan and Greece, and all the indicators are that remember that domino effect I was talking about before? The crashing dominoes are starting. You can start doing the domino dance, people. Maybe. We'll see. They have a propensity for coming in and patching things up. you know, like with chewing gum and baling wire and just barely holding it together, you know, the economy's in recovery, yeah, it is. It's not a good sign. And I'm warning you people right now that unless you're prepared, you should be if you're not prepared. And that's a good thing about the council, the Campfire Council, is that, excuse me, I see all these people coming in now, and it's like, yeah, I sent out some invitations, but I think people are waking up. I think people are starting to realize that it's time to unite, form councils, form groups, bond, get tribal, get down, learn everything you can about survival, you know, from A to Z, including how to point a gun and shoot, and how to live off the land, and how to whatever, and how to bond together, and at least how people getting together and talking. Somebody asked me, I think, what my vision was really with this Campfire Council, and I think I spelled it out, but maybe I didn't spell it out good enough. It's to have people, a shelter for people, and to learn sacred ways and traditions, and have land somewhere and get together. Let's do it. If there's somebody out there that wants to donate some land, or wants to donate their time to write grants, I want members in the council to get together. I want Fozzie to do some airbrush work, design for a t-shirt for the Campfire Council, with maybe a fire and some warriors, Apache warriors dancing around or whatever. And then Matt's going to get in touch with you. I talked to Matt today. I'm just talking to members in the Campfire right now. So Matt will contact Fozzie. I'll give him your phone number. And you guys can talk. We need to, we need the moderators here to be members of the board, which you are in a way, and perpetuate taking some action here to make things happen. Thunder's been working on this a long time, so you guys are now volunteers. Anyway, so getting back to this video. Oh, and then just let me say, I want to welcome, you know, all the people that joined up here at Campfire Council. They know what it's about. They know the proverbial shit's going to hit the fan here pretty soon. If you're not bonded up, if you're not formed up with somebody, well, then you're the best way to survive anything is to safety in little groups of about 100, 200 people bonding together, communicating. Shoot, I even got shortwave radios here when everything goes down, so I can communicate. I talked to somebody in South Wales yesterday. Talked to somebody in Australia the day before that. So I'm communicating with people around the world, not via the internet, because that's all going to go down, and the cell phones are going to go down. It's all going to go down, people. And everybody's going to be standing around with their thumbs stuck up where the sun don't shine and wondering what they're going to do next. And it's going to be too late. Unless you're prepared, unless you know, what's coming and how to be. And it could come any day. I'm not a doom and gloomer, but I'm looking at signs right now, and I've been looking at them really closely for the last, 2-3 years, but the last 2 or 3 weeks especially, with all this fragility in the financial thing, because the financial thing could cause a cataclysmic event, an Armageddon of sorts. Okay, I've said that before. That was what one of my videos was about. And all it's going to take is a fluke, some weird thing. Now here we are on Friday, and the stock market went down 500 points. Well, shit, you could wake up on Monday and they could be bailing in your bank account, taking all your money. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that could happen. So, or something could happen over the weekend to just really make things worse. And I hear rumors, now these are just rumors, but I hear stories and rumors, and people have kind of confirmed it for me, that the elite, the people that have money, the ones that are in the know about where all this is going down the tubes, is they're like gearing up, they're prepping up, they're getting bunkers, they're getting solar panels, they're getting guns, they're getting food, this is the people that are running the show that are doing this. So if they're doing it and they're scared, what does that tell you? I mean, I don't know if that's true. Again, Thunder just gets information, okay? Don't want anybody freaking out here and heading out for the hills like right this second, but I get information and I don't want to freak anybody out, but this looks like a shaky weekend to me. I don't know. We'll see. Probably they'll prop it up again and we'll go on next week, but everybody's talking about September, and everybody's talking about what's that Jewish thing? Some cycle, the Shemitah. I think it's Shemitah. It's called. It's coming up, and all the stock markets have all crashed on that time before. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around, and you gotta pay attention to that old. You gotta temper this with a degree of skepticism, okay. But on the other hand, you don't want to go the other way and be like one of these. It's okay, man. Everything's going to turn out okay, and this has happened before. You don't want to go that route either. You want to kind of be in the middle of the road here for now, and kind of waiting to see which way things are going here. But again, this is the time to really concentrate on forming a community. Man, I've been beating this drum a long, long time. And the Campfire Council started a long time ago. And it's really just now, I think, starting to catch on more. Because people are kind of waking up and going, we need to get involved with some group, some people, not on Facebook, not with the enemy. Google's the enemy too. That's where I got the community. But you have to ask to join, and it's not like Facebook. It's a group of kindred people that all know each other. And they know how to do, they know the sacred traditions. There's a lot of natives in there. And there's everybody, you just have to have that heart, Doesn't matter about your blood. So, if anybody out there wants to get involved with us and contribute anything to us, we're looking for some land, basically. That would be nice. And that's not a dream, really. That's happened before. There's people that want to get other people involved and want to bond up with other people, and they might have some land, or they might have an old ranch somewhere and say, hey, yeah, come on out here and camp out here and let's get this thing going. Or if they want to donate money or time or their expertise or whatever, we're open for it. So anyway, the links are down here for the Campfire Council. I always put them in the show notes of every video I do. And this is just something that I perpetuated, I started, and it kind of caught on, and it's something that will fulfill a lot of your needs. If you have a desire to be, let's say you want to bond up with people that know how to defend themselves in case of an emergency, and bond together and group together and make plans and have plan B and all that stuff. Or you just want to learn how to, survival. We post videos all the time on survival and camping out and being in the wilderness and surviving in the wilderness, and we post on current affairs, we talk about firearms, we talk about everything, okay? Everything that's a no-no everywhere else, we talk about, okay? And we come from a tribal mindset, as in native, American native, okay? And hey, we're used to being the enemy a long time ago, okay? So it's nothing new to us if that's what people think. But I'd say, if you have an inclination or you know somebody else, help us propagate this frequency of sacred thought and tradition and living off the land and being self-protective and if nothing else, at least informing and knowledgeable about what's going on. You don't have to go to all these alternative channels to find out what's going on. If you join the council, everybody in there knows what's going on because they all watch everything and they glean everything, and we have our own intel or our own intelligence base, and we post things, not just things that are doom and gloom or prepper things, but things that are beneficial in other ways, meditation music, relaxing stuff, beautiful pictures, native pictures, pictures of the land, this beautiful land that we live in that has been taken over by monsters, okay, and polluted. We're into the land, baby, and we're into what grandfather and grandmother spirits of the four directions, what they have given us as people, as humans on this planet. That's what we're into, and we're not into the people that are destroying it. And we're awake. We're not the kind of people that are just like, been drinking Kool-Aid or something. What's going on, man? Really? The stock market crashed? We're on the verge of a financial collapse? Or you tell the people in California, we're in the worst drought in the history of mankind in California. It's all red on a map. They have green, red. It's red. It's severe drought. It's going to be that way. It ain't coming out of it. NASA says we got water for 1 year. And you tell people that and they go, huh? What? Water for 1 year? Or you tell people that there's a financial situation around the planet and they're like Goofy, that cartoon character. Oh, what do you mean, Mickey? They're like Goofy. They've been drinking Kool-Aid or something. So don't just stand around. Take some kind of action somehow, whether it's informing other people or just outright fighting or whatever. How about just protesting or anything? But to me, it's like, well, no, I'm not out here advocating violence or anything, but I'm advocating, well, if you want to stand there and let a steamroller or freight train run over you, and you feel good about that without doing anything about it, without at least standing up, without at least saying, I know what's going on, I'm not going to do this anymore, I'm not going to go along with a program, whatever, or I'm going to bond together and we're going to form up and this is, whatever. Do something. Do something. Like I say, when the European man came over here and came down on the tribal people and poisoned them with smallpox and pushed them onto lands and killed them and took their game and killed all the buffalo. They did something, baby. They fought. Okay? And they fought hard and they were overwhelmed and outnumbered and they took their guns away and they took if they couldn't get their guns, they took their ammo. Okay? And what do you see happening today, people? Get a clue here. What do you see happening to you today? The same modus operandi that they did on the natives Okay? And they rounded them up and stuck them in camps. They're called reservations. Now they're going to call them FEMA camps or whatever. Or maybe they won't even need to. They'll just turn the populace on each other. I'll tell you one thing. If the financial system does crash, if it does come down, it's just going to be like what Thunder said in the past. There won't be any food on the shelves. There won't be any medicine. There won't be any doctors. There won't be any calling 911 and all that BS. It's going to be Mad Max revisited, okay, on steroids. That's what it's going to be. Now, you better prepare yourself either to, one, die, to die in a peaceful manner, which is okay too, and just watch it all go down and go, yeah, baby, okay, whatever. Or be prepared on some other kind of levels. That's choices up to you. That's up to you. Either one is okay, but just don't stand there and do nothing. Even if you think that you're just going to watch it all go down, well, at least tell other people so they can do something if they want to. I'm in a city right now, and the Campfire Council hasn't really formed up a piece of land or anything and got to that point. We hope to get to that point, but if I'm caught in the city, I'll know I'll have to face whatever music is there. I'll be like Jim Bowie at the Alamo, you know. They'll be raiding houses, and people will be turning against other, and they'll be slitting each other's throat for a loaf of bread. And I know this stuff sounds far-fetched. Oh, yeah, I know it sounds out there. And yeah, we're the conspiracy theorists and all. No, conspiracy theory becomes fact. And the fact is there's been conspiracies for years and years and years, and false flag events for years and years and years, duping the people, using the people. It's been going on for years, people. You've been slaves for years. Face it. You don't have a moment to bring your head up to breathe air because you're working for the man every night and day, just trying to make ends meet. And while you're doing that, they're lying to you about everything. They're totally lying about everything. Even the fact that they're supporting Nazi regimes, this country is supporting Nazi regimes in other countries and overthrowing other countries by the same means that Hitler did. Well, that doesn't surprise me. That's what they did to the natives. So this is some food for thought here. I just had several things hit me today with the stock market thing, and I've been talking about that, so I just thought I'd update you. And then I had this thing with the Navajo thing where they sent them poison water, and I'm like, man, that's the last straw. I'm ready to go like Wounded Knee, like they did at Wounded Knee. I'm ready to grab my firearm and head out and say, that's enough of this shit. This is enough of this. And I would at a moment's notice too. If I don't even have transportation right now, but hey, somebody want to come by and pick me up, I'm game. Anyway, I guess I'll leave it there today. Thunder's got a little fire in him today. It's okay. It's the yin-yang thing. Like I said before, some days I'm mellow, some days I'm not so mellow. But whatever I say, it's probably pretty close to the truth. If it's not, it's because I made a mistake, not because it was intentional. So anyway, I'll bow out now and say, adios, people. Ride the red road, ride the red trail, and I'm out of here. Over.